plus up on the dragon. And then, can we actually make this dragon big enough to kill them? Let's find out. At 21, was it Agatha all along? Well, the Marvel Magic set is not here yet, but if you want to play Agatha, we have an Agatha. Agatha of the Vile Cauldron. It's a 1/1 for 2 mana, and it has some really strange abilities, and it might actually be good. Let's check it out. Welcome to the Attic Mana Dad here. This is the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. Today, I know everybody's talking about the Bloomburrow. We'll do some Bloomburrow when that time comes, starting to dig into that. But just for fun, because we try to do at least one Brawl video every week, we're going to do some Agatha. And what is Agatha? Well, she is a legendary human warlock, 1/1 for 2 mana. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost X less to activate, where X is her power, so at least a 1 reduction, although it can't reduce mana in that cost to less than 1 mana, unfortunately. So that means no infinite combos per se. On the other hand, we have what seems like a 6 mana activation, but it's really 5 mana due to Agatha's ability. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and haste until end of turn. So if we can get Agatha really big, we can also pump our whole team and essentially make her into a crater hoof in the command zone. So how are we going to do that? Well, we've got a number of ways. We're playing some fun stuff with counters, of course. Ozolith, hardened scales, which is going to give 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature, put that many +1/+1/+1 counters. Stuff like Halana and Elena in the Gruul colors, red and green, of course, are great for just dumping a ton of +1/+1 counters. We also want to be ramping. We've got this Ozolith here, which is if 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1. We've also got, where is it? Branching Evolution. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters we put on a creature you control, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. You could also put in Doubling Season. I didn't because I think at a certain point this deck doesn't need it. So we have some ramp. We have stuff like Elvish Mystic, Gilded Goose, which actually has an activated ability that's going to be reduced by Agatha. Land of War Elves, of course. Some ways to protect Agatha because, you know, she's a pretty big removal magnet. She's only a 1/1, so that's going to be tricky. So let's look at some random stuff you can throw in here. Of course, anything with an activated ability is going to be improved by Agatha, but we have stuff like Goro Goro, which is going to be able to create 5/5 Red Dragon Spirit creature tokens with flying for an extra discount. Bristly Bill has an activated ability for doubling +1/+1 counters. We got some ramp, we got some port protection. Incubation Druid is ramp plus the activation counter thing. Intrepid Paleontologist has an activation where we can bring back a dinosaur from among cards in the graveyard, and we actually do have some dinosaurs here. We've got Itali, and is a Pandrel a dinosaur? No, that's a Phyrexian horror. We got Rampaging Raptor. So we got a couple dinosaurs. It's not completely useless ability. There's fun stuff like Voldaren Thrillseeker. Unfortunately, doesn't reduce this ability, but if we're going to build a giant creature, it's fun to fling that giant creature with Voldaren Thrillseeker. And what else can I say? Rishkar is going to do +1/+1 counters. Sandstorm Salvager is going to have only a 1 in tap to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature token we control. That's a newish card here. Eladamri has an activated ability that unfortunately does not get reduced, but we can tap 2 untapped creatures we control, reveal a card from our hand or the top of our library. If we reveal a creature this way, we can put it onto the battlefield. So we've got a number of big old chonkers that will be nice to drop in with that. We've got Domri here to give stuff, well, it doesn't give haste, but you could put in some haste enablers if you wanted. They're pretty good in this format with being able to hit the The Planeswalkers out of nowhere. Captivating Crew to gain control of a creature an opponent controls. Hazaret the Fervent gets a discount. Rampaging Raptor gets a discount. Gonna be drawing with Guardian Project, Beast Whisperer. Anyways, you probably just want to see Agatha in action. What can this card actually do? Is this a card that people have been overlooking, and is this ability sneaky good? Well, let's find out. Wait around till the end of the video to find out the actual win rate of the deck, not just the games you saw, and hit that subscribe if you haven't already, because YouTube algorithm hates me, and I have to ask for that, even though I hate to ask you to do it. But I appreciate everyone who has subscribed and who hits the thumbs up and hits the like, because that is a big benefit for all of us who love Magic and Magic videos. Okay, let's see Agatha in action. Up against Fallout Itchy. Okay, I've been watching that new Fallout show. Anybody else been watching that? It's been pretty good. I've only seen a couple episodes. Enjoying it so far. Very handsomely produced. Well, we don't have green mana. We're definitely going to mulligan this hand. This is keepable. We'll just play Lair of the Hydra. That's it. Would be tapped if we play it later. We can play the Paleontologist to ramp. I was going to play the Shattered Spire, but could be drawing some. We got Urabrask here, so somebody's storming off. Strike it rich. Against Urabrask Storm, got to win fast. Looks like they're just playing their own game, not particularly caring about things. So we got Flare of Cultivation, which is a new one. You may sacrifice non-token green creature rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put one onto the battlefield, tap the other into your hand. Play Agatha, and we could play Ozolith. And then we could sacrifice creature. We could sacrifice the Paleontologist to just ramp. I think... Let's try it out. Let's see how strong it is. That was a ramper anyway. We don't have any dinosaurs in the graveyard, so... Let's go get at least one mountain. And, yeah, probably another forest. So next turn we can Kami Ozolith, make Agatha pretty big. And then follow that up with Vorinclex. It's provided we don't die first from opponent. Okay, they're going to kill Agatha. Oh well. We can recast Agatha. We just lightning bolt that flame breather? I think we should. It's only going to be an impediment. There's a Party Thrasher. It's also new from Modern Horizons. So they give stuff Convoke. Oh, they seem to have a lot of removal. I guess we're on our plan to make the Kami really big. And, tap that for mana. They got 1 mana up with Treasure. Do they have Lightning Bolt? We're out of Lightning Bolt range anyway. They don't opt to discard, so they like what they have in their hand. Okay. I think they're going to try to kill the Kami of Whispered Hopes. I think we might win if we just run them out of... Oh no, they're doubling up demand answers. Okay, I'm just going to draw a bunch of cards. Okay, we got a chance. We got a chance here. Firebrand Archer, sure. And we get the Crag Crown Pathaway. Let's see. If I tap that for 4, or I could play this, but then I lose all my red mana, so I guess, yeah, I'll tap that for 4. Give Warrenclex down. Can make a Warrenclex mighty big. And Foothills. Go get a Surveil land for now. Delighted Halfling? Nah, we don't need that. Alright. I think we've got about one turn before opponent storms off on us. They're down to 13, so they're dead next turn to Warrenclex. Potentially. They discard a Pirate Thrasher, they find a mountain. They can hit us for 3, plus however many spells they can cast. I think we're safe. Does that have haste? No. Highway Robbery. Actually, take out a land. They're trying to storm off here with Urabrask. Did they hit a 1 red mana spell? They did. They hit Shock. Okay. And they concede. That's right. Can't stop the Klex. How many times will we be facing Nadu? Who wants to make a guess? It's going to be every other matchup. Who knows? We'll find out. Very excited. Going to take my daughters to Legoland this weekend. They're super excited for it. First time taking them to a theme park. Ages 4 and 6. And they love Legos. This was all part of my plan to get them to love toys that I loved as a kid. Okay, we got 2 lands, which is enough to cast our commander, but might just ship this back. Opponent is going first. They're playing the Necro Bloom. We do have an Obliterating Bolt to hit the Necro Bloom. Although it's a 2/7, so that's not even going to deal with the Necro Bloom. So let's do the free mulligan. I think we got to race the Necro Bloom. Okay, we can land a War Elf. We've got some plus counter fun stuff going on. Let's keep this. See what the Necro Bloom has to offer. 2/7 landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, no one a Bleen Crant creature token. Talking like Biden here. A green plant creature token. If you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token instead. Land cards in your graveyard have Dredge 2. Huh. We'll save the Wooded Foothills for now. The question is, next turn, are we branching evolution? I think so. Just building up to get to Ozolith. Going to be very cheap to activate. They Bajuka bogged us because they don't have any other lands in hand, presumably. Which is interesting. That means they're not casting their commander next turn unless they draw land off the top. Or it does enter tap, so maybe they just wanted to get a tap land down so they can cast the commander next turn. What do? We could Ozolith Agatha. Then we can't activate Ozolith. We could Ozolith Ryusei. We could Ozolith try to activate it on the Llanowar. That might be kind of fun. I don't know. Let's just, I guess, we'll just keep multiplying our threats here for now. This Propagator Drone. And give tokens Evolve, which is pretty nasty with Necrobloom. So they played Necrobloom without a land to drop afterwards. Interesting, interesting. We're running short on red sources. Not sure I want to use the Wooded Foothills yet, though. It doesn't matter which one we do first, I don't think. Okay, so we got a 5/5 there, but no attacks. Okay, they dredged back their land. They got Felidar Retreat, okay. Well, they're going off. We can Vorinclex next turn. I guess that'll shut down their counters. So that's not bad. No attacks. So they give us nice. Jerboa. Yes, the evolve trigger, but no counters. They're probably just going to make 2/2s. It's a landfall extravaganza here against the Necrobloom. That's a big board. And they're coming in. Well, pretty aggressive attack. Wonder if they have something to give their board indestructible. Or if they have a pump spell, I guess we're in deeper trouble. Block. Okay. They didn't have anything in particular. Vile Cauldron. So now we have a 9/9 Agatha. That should reduce the costs of things. Let's go get a mountain. Just a vanilla mountain just to save us some damage here. Now if we attack with Goro, we can make... Oh, only if you control an attacking modified creature. Okay, so we could attack with Agatha. Could also just pump our whole team quite a bit. Problem is, I don't think we survive another turn. We do. Because they could pump their whole team at least 2. We're pretty much dead on the crackback. We need some way to kill the Jerboa, is the bottom line here. Suppose it doesn't hurt to attack with the Goro and make a dragon. essentially the same amount of blockers. If we had more red mana, we could create 2 dragons. Sure would have been nice. Yeah. I think they got us. Good game. Oh, we got the new stick 'em up. The latest update, you can page through your emotes. Don't really collect cosmetics or emotes. I'm just all in on collecting the cards in my accounts. One account which I don't put any money into, so you can see what a free-to-play account is. Yeah, are they not attacking? Block, block, block. We take less than 11, I suppose. Oh, they're going to seek a non-land card. Let's have reach. Nothing has reach. Ooh, a bristly bill. Interesting. Landfall. Plus up on the dragon. And then, can we actually make this dragon big enough to kill them? Let's find out. At 21, and then Bristly Bill, we can double the number of counters. Or we could do, yeah, I think we just double the number of counters. Not sure if there's a correct order to do these things. And attack you for 89. Good game. Olo D. Singing the sweet melody of victory. Ooh, okay. Ivy is a tricky one. Maybe we'll get up to a Tali mana. Do we just try to race against Ivy? This is a tricky one. Turn 2 Agatha. We wait till turn 3 Agatha with protection. Oh, okay, they got Tamio from Modern Horizons 3. 03 flying. Whenever it attacks, you investigate, and when you draw your 3rd card in a turn, you exile it. Comes back as Planewalker. Look, does stuff. Commercial District. Guess we'll play that next turn. Getting our commander down. Don't you worry about a thing. Box Amber. Miscloak Terror. Royal Treatment. I think we're just trying to ramp to that Atali. I'm gonna go main phase Snakeskin Veil. Oh, it's gonna try to Fading Hope. Okay. can attack. We're not going to be able to block those anyway. They'll be able to flip the Tamiyo this turn if they want, or they can cast Ivy. They could cast Ivy. Curious Obsession on the Mistcloaked Herald. Okay. We need something off the top of the deck. Not the something we needed. I think this game is pretty much over. Let's attack, because why not? They're not going to block. They are going to block? Not sure what opponent's strategy was there. Well, if they're just drawing cards and killing us slowly, that's okay. No, they don't want to flip Tamiyo. It's interesting. A glimpse the core. Let's get a forest. Because that's all you can get with glimpse the core. No attack. So if we rip a land, an untapped land off the top, we can Atali next turn. That could help turn the game around. They go eaten by piranhas, sure. Well, it's got a grip of cards. We just have to hope they're not running counter spells. Take another 2, they draw another card. Do replay Ivy. Stomping Ground, but that is an untapped land. Okay, is there any reason to play Zapandrel? Don't think so. They've got a counter here. Oh, they don't. Okay, okay. We're still in it. Still in it. We could cast Elvish Mystic and phase out Ivy. Attack with the 1/1, because why not? Alright, so it's pretty slow. If we could get Agatha down and get a few counters on Agatha, then we could flip Atali. I guess we only need 1 more mana to flip Atali. Let's see what they've got. Gale up. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a big hit here. Or we're just dead. Alright, good game. Does this have reach? No. Oh, we came close. We came close. But Ivy is a tricky one. Fun one. Fun one. I like Ivy. I think I've done an Ivy video. I've definitely done a constructed Ivy deck. I don't remember. Up against Maggot Breeder, playing Watley, Poet of Unity. Seems like fun. And our Necromaster. I cannot talk today. I was sick, then everybody in my family got sick, then I think I got sick again. I'm not sure. There's the dreaded C virus going around my area. Once you get just a perpetual. So I could play the Restless Ridgeline. I think I want to get down Brishkar though. Keep ramping. Target up to 2 creatures. Watley. Well, we get a Utopia Sprawl. Okay. So, what's the best way to do this? We tap this, play it on the forest, go red, then a Narcomancer. Let's play the tap land. Each creature you can roll a counter on it has tap at green. Get Agatha going. If they've got removal, they probably kill Agatha. That's okay. Oh, okay, they're flipping Watley. Making some dinosaurs. Oh, I got a dinosaur.
I always wanted to be a dinosaur. I made my arms short, and I roamed the backyard, and I chased the neighborhood cats. I growled and I roared.
Bingo. Dino DNA.
The point is, don't lose your dinosaur.
You could actually remove that, huh? Yeah, why not? They can play it again and flip it. Get an Elegant Parlor. No attacks for now. Like they're gonna try to kill the brawler. Let's do a heroic intervention. So they have another instant speed. Oh, they do. Leyline Binding. Well, Forest is pretty annoying. No attack. What are we gonna do? We need some draw. We need to draw some cards. They get Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. That wouldn't be bad in this deck. Do we have this in this deck? Ooh, Ronus, that's great, okay. So, that is... We could send in, what do we send in? Send in Agatha herself. Then when we pump her up, then it gets even more powerful. I mean, she doesn't have the Um, Let's do colorless this. And then other creatures you control gain trample and haste. We just do a big attack. We lose Elvish Mystic. Maybe that wasn't a good. We attack with this guy. We just attack with Rishkar. Dinosaurs off the board. Now Ronus technically can't block though. Okay, so that was a big mistake. Don't do that. We're learning as we play, as usual. Gishath, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. And they play Wilies. Why not? They read Ronus correctly. They realized that I don't have any good blockers. Yeah. Pick 7. Opponent gets to put a bunch of dinosaurs onto the battlefield. Yikes. Okay. How do I win this? We got Vorinclex coming. What do I do? X is the number of lands you control. I can make Agatha bigger. And then she could give everything +1/+1 and trample and haste. With a first strike. Do we survive another turn? I don't think we do. I think we're just gonna go all in here. So let's go crazy. Here we go. And concede. Oh well. Didn't quite play that one. I am predicting this will be one of my least watched videos, so if you're watching right now, leave a hashtag, part of the in-group, part of the alliance, part of the elite, part of the few, the proud. Hashtag the few, the proud. How about that? Oh, this seems keepable. Well, the halfling survives. Against Extus Auric Overlord, who knows? Probably just going to make us sacrifice any creatures that we play. You gotta give it a shot. Next turn we play Tovolar. Can't play Tribute to the World Tree, unfortunately. Yet. Carrier Thrall. Okay. dies, create a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion with sacrifice this creature, add colorless. Awaken the Blood Avatar. So if they play a land, no, they already played their land. Okay, they're ramping with the Chromatic Lantern. Any way to make this trample? I think, well, Heroic Intervention doesn't do us a heap of good. I'll hold up Royal Treatment / Heroic Intervention. We draw. Ooh, Werewolf Pack Leader. Okay. That combos nicely with Tovalar. Clarion Spirit. And Discordant Piper. Opponent ready to sack their board, make a lot of sacrifice. What do we do? How do we... I guess we just flood the board with our own creatures? What does this do? Each opponent sacrifices a creature, yeah. Okay. That's a Tovalar. Chance they don't block. I mean, can't quite tribute to the World Tree play Werewolf Pack Leader, fortunately. Opponent thinking hard about this decision.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I don't suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Rub. Do it! Salty, I am only waiting around to kill you.
Maybe I don't play the Pack Leader. Maybe I just hold up. No, because they're just going to make us sacrifice a creature. We'll pretty much guess. They might even be able to cast this twice next turn. Let's see. Do all these leave behind? I guess they don't want to sacrifice the Clarion Spirit. I'm inclined to sacrifice the Halfling. The colorless is being annoying here. Direfleet Hoarder, which dies into a treasure. There it is, Awaken the Blood Avatar. The Halfling. They get this guy. They don't have a good block for. Ball. No blocks. Vivian Arcbow Ranger. So we could take out Cabal. Maybe. A little bit mana stuck. Any way to buff up? I guess we can play Vivian, buff up Agatha, make Werewolf big.
Close your eyes, breathe, and listen to the sounds of the wild. My, how you've grown.
A bunch of cards. Ooh, Utopia Sprawl. We think they're probably just going to make another Blood Avatar, right? So we should just play this. Let's make sure we're getting enough green. Thundering Rebuke. Black Market. Okay, interesting. Wow, they're coming at Vivian. I think I take out the Clarion Spirit. I think I'm willing to trade my commander.
I'm made for conflicts like this.
Ooh, we get Incubation Druid. Okay. Do another plus.
We're fit enough to survive.
The Game Trail. Opponent scoops it up. Didn't like where that was headed, eh? Honestly think that that game could have been closer. But, you know. So it goes. Stick around. Let's see the win rate. Okay, very respectable 60% win rate, and we didn't face Nadu one time. What are the chances in 5 games you don't face Nadu? So if you want a deck that doesn't match up against Nadu, at least this one looks like it has a shot of being that. Yes, 60% win rate, 50% on the play, 67% on the draw, surprisingly. Not really sure about that. I probably wouldn't bear out. Did take 41 minutes to get through 5 games, which is, you know, the last one I did took about 30 minutes, I think, to get through 5 games. Just depends on the deck. It's not the fastest deck, and I'm not the fastest player of it, as you saw. What would I change up here? I think I might go even more in on buffs, like maybe use some instants or things or enchantments that buff Agatha, especially if they were to give like hexproof or something. Equipment is not a bad idea. Never did get the Shadow Spear. Gala Greeters would have been nice to get and try out. Not sure about Tribute to the World Tree. It is nice to have some card draw in the deck, but you might just want to put in what is it? The Harmony, the 4-mana sorcery, draw 3 cards in green. Blanking on the name. You know, it's a commander staple. Great Henge would have been nice to get. I don't know about Zopandrel. Probably do without Zopandrel. Maybe just put in Crater Hoof or something. And put in some ways to sacrifice creatures to go get Crater Hoof. Some of those green overrun effects. But, you know, it's kind of fun to play some cards. Maybe you don't play Uvenwald Oddity every day, but being able to transform it for a discount turn it into an 8/8, and other creatures you control +1/+1 trample and haste is kind of fun. Some fun stuff to do with this deck. Not the most powerful, I'd say, but actually did surprisingly well. I was not expecting it to do as well as it did. So that's my summary of the deck. Thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Manadad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Now, check out some other videos that YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Adios.